very special guests to bring up. So, first up, why is this happening? What is she doing here? And how will she get out of this wacky panel? It's Lizzie Freeman!
I'm so glad I didn't trip up the stairs.
And next up, we have got the guy that you love to hate and hate to love. The voice of Jax, Michael Kovacs.
We don't need to hear him, it's better.
Yep, that works.
Are we working? Hello? Hi! How's it going, guys? I will not be silenced!
Dang it!
And what's this? We have a special third extra guest. Please welcome the unannounced Amanda Hufford, the voice of Ragatha.
Is this thing on?
It works.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Oh, oh my God, let's share.
Wow! I
Guess
guess
we have to share.
Amanda.
I'll miss you, Amanda.
Best
You want to
friends.
space?
No, this is fine.
All
I
right.
think that
Might
works.
be.
Hey, Bob, how does it feel that you're stuck with me?
This is a bad combo.
Oh, now I have second thoughts.
Don't worry, I'll keep them in line.
Please and thank you. Oh my gosh, I think everyone is incredibly excited to hear from you, speak about the show itself, hear some BTS secrets, who's to say? But I just want to let everyone know here that while I have some questions of my own, we are also taking audience and fan questions. We have a microphone set up right here, so if you would like to ask a question, please, in an orderly and civilized fashion, feel free to walk up to said microphone, let's not kill anyone here, and we will be able to get to you shortly. Perfect, all right, we've already got a line all set up. Oh my God, it's a mini pony.
Oh, look at the tiny pony. Oh, she's how tiny. You look amazing.
So cute. Hi. You're so cute.
Is that the smallest pony that you've seen yet?
Don't trip and fall now.
I love that.
Don't die, that kills people.
He's not wrong. What's it like seeing all of the Pomni, the Jax, all of the different Amazing Circus cosplays that have been walking through this hall, been on the internet, everything?
It's overwhelming in the best way. The best kind of overwhelming. It just swells my heart up, and it's amazing to see how far indie animation's gone. And you guys are awesome. Thank you.
It's just another Tuesday. It's okay. No, it's great.
You're a monster.
Wow. I try to be heartfelt and sincere, and then you do that.
It's just, none of us ever expected it to get to this level of like popularity, where we just see people dressed up as the characters and celebrating the characters we voice and work on. It's awesome.
What's wild to me is not only do you have cosplays of Pomni and Jax, who are like the two most popular, but then you have cosplays for the much more weirdly designed characters like Gangle and Zooble and Kane. And people get so creative with like the outfits they put on that represent them. And someone at MomoCon last year dressed up as Bubble in like a human kind of thing.
It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
Have you seen a Kane cosplay?
I saw someone in the what's it called? Spirit Halloween Kane costume here.
Me and you both were wearing the Spirit Halloween Jackson Kane in a
Oh yeah.
Raccoons.
It was so amazing seeing you guys walk out in those costumes.
But yeah, so far it's the only one I've seen at this convention, but I've seen many Kane cosplays elsewhere. People get creative. Wait, actually no, there was a Kane cosplayer. Like, there was a gender bend Kane.
That is really cool. I mean, with the colorful characters that we do see in the circus, I think that just important indie animation is, you get to see all of these different ideas that maybe wouldn't be accepted onto like a mainstream show or something like that. So I just wanted to point out that it has been almost 2 years since the launch of the first episode, and it has 370 million views on YouTube right now, which is insane. And of course, millions and millions more watching the other 3 episodes after that fact. If I could just ask each of you, what was that audience, or rather, what was your favorite audience reaction to seeing your work, seeing everything that you've done, whether it's at a convention or something on the internet? And we'll start with you, sir.
Could you repeat the question? That's a lot.
Too many? Top 1 or top 2? Most recent.
Like, fan reactions to things? You might have to come back to me on this because it's like, I have no idea. I mean, it's always neat watching, we've watched a few of these episodes live, like episodes 3 and 4 we were at conventions for, and getting to like enjoy that episode 3 in particular with a whole crowd reacting to it and all the emotional bits with Pomni and Kinger, that was special.
See, for me, it was when we were doing the live viewing of episode 4, and when Gabigu walked in, the way the crowd erupted, it was just the most amazing thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, their minds just got blown. That was so cool. And I love it.
I just love all of like the fan works that people make, like the fan songs that we get to be a part of.
Yes.
It's so cool. It's so cool getting to be so involved also in what fans are creating and being able to get permission from Glitch to also work on those things.
And then
be a part of the community and fandom is just awesome.
And then the creators of Wacky World and Happy Place eventually went on to work for Glitch. So, again, I keep saying it, put yourself out there, be creative, people will notice.
It really is, it's so touching and inspiring hearing the way that people have connected with these characters. The people who have come up to us and talked to us about how much it means to them, and they resonate with the types of traumas that each of these individual characters have, and hearing y'all's stories, man, that's what hits me. It gets me at the table every time, and I'm constantly like fighting back the tears. It's so wonderful getting to connect with other people who are so passionate about art the way that we are.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, you're making my heart swell just from hearing all of your answers. Now I know we do have a fantastic line of people who want me to zip it so they can be asking their questions. I just do want to check. We were supposed to have a lovely Level Up Expo gentleman screen some of our questions to make sure that none of you guys are asking for home addresses. Do we have that lovely gentleman over here? Did he disappear? Danger, we need an adult. He's coming back? All right, then I'll ask another question before we get to all of the lovely fans. I see you right there. We're gonna get to you very shortly. I just gotta make sure that we protect people up here. This is a personal question that I honestly wanted to ask some of you guys. I've seen some of the live streams from you guys. I think the most recent one was a couple of you playing Fast Food Simulator after this show.
So much fun.
Tell me about it. How often do you guys get to join together outside of these events? And are we going to see more of these streams in the future?
We like doing these kinds of streams with each other. Whenever everyone's available, we always want to. That's the thing. It's a matter of if people are available for it. But we love getting to do streams like that.
Yeah,
whether it's
scheduling
like
is
playing
tough.
a video game or just like interacting with chat in general. Like if we can play a video game, usually that's way more fun for us though.
Can I spoil the one thing we're planning? We want to do a one-shot D&D with Alex as our DM.
So, the difficulty, as with anything D&D, is scheduling, but I want to do a thing where Kane is the DM, I'm doing everything in character, and everyone, all the players in the cast, are playing as their characters from Digital Circus, trying and probably failing to roleplay in Kane's crappy adventure. So, whenever we end up doing that, I hope we end up doing that.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
All right. And then once this is all over, I'll give everyone a nudge again and see what everyone's plans are like in
Whenever we told these
June,
people, we
July,
have to.
August.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is an adventure that everyone would be excited to go on.
Absolutely.
Let's hope.
Fantastic. All right. We've got our question screen. All right, then enough from me. Let's hear from you guys. Miss, please, your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Red. My question is for Michael.
Hi, that's me. I'm Michael. You were here to tell me who I am, Alex.
No fighting!
You've played so many amazing characters. One of which is Angel Dust from the pilot of Hazbin
The
Hotel.
pilot, yes.
And I was just wondering, what do you think would happen if, say, Jax and Angel Dust would?
If they were to interact, if Jax and Angel met,
Yep.
well, that would entail Jax ending up in hell somehow. Which I don't know. He's a really good person. I don't think he'll end up there. I kind of doubt that. I don't think he's gonna go down there.
He's a saint.
As we all turn and squint
Yes.
at you.
Yeah, he's a really good person. He wouldn't end up down there.
But
I feel like Angel and Jax, I think they wouldn't get along. I think that Jax would think that Angel's trying too hard, and vice versa. Angel would think that Jax is trying too hard, and they just kind of piss each other off. I think they had little tussles. But they're more alike than they think, so they would actually be good friends if they talked, but they won't talk. That's kind of how I feel. They just get little pitter-patter arguments with each other for no good reason.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Oh my gosh, we have our lovely Pomni. Please, your name and your question. And you're so adorable.
Hi, my name is Jaden, and my question is actually for all of you, if you guys are able to answer that. So I have been doing voice acting for a while now. You guys are huge inspirations, especially Michael Kovac, because I've known him for since the Hazbin Hotel pilot. So I wanted to know, how did you guys each individually get noticed by people at first? Like, how did you put yourself out there to get noticed?
So, I put out a silly fan dub of Spamton for Deltarune. And Goose was in her brain rot mode of Spamton at the time. When she was developing Digital Circus, she's like, oh hey, I've heard this guy's fan dubs. I can't get his voice out of my head as potentially being like what Kane might be. Why don't we just hire this guy? That is the weirdest possible story for getting cast in anything. So, all I have to say is, do stuff that you are passionate about, that other people are passionate about. Put yourself out there, strike when the iron is hot. If there's something new and popular, get involved in active communities like that, and people will notice you. Like, the more you do it, the better you will get, the more people will see you, and who knows what will happen. Like, this was months after I had done the Spamton thing. I was wondering if, like, anyone even cared. Then suddenly I get a message from Glitch saying if they want me to be a part of the show, and I'm like, okay.
That's amazing. My story is actually not that different from Alex's, though it happened like 10 years sooner, roughly. I was very, very involved in the MLP fandom back in the day. Well, thank you. I was not expecting a cheer. And I would also put up like voice impressions on my YouTube, and I did one of, I think it was Applejack. And thank you. Back when you could DM people on YouTube, one day I opened my messages and there's a DM from someone named Devin Mack, who is the current voice of Sonic in Sonic Prime. And he saw me do that Applejack voice, and he was casting for an indie game at that time called Dust and Elysian Tale. And he needed someone who could do like a southern dialect. And he's like, I want you to audition for this part. And look, that was just it. I put up my silly little fan dub, and it got his attention. Literally exactly like what would happen with Alex. So just put something out there and just have fun with it. Do it because you love it.
Also, shoutouts to Devin.
Devin Mack is amazing.
He's sweet.
Fantastic.
I'm thinking a lot of our stories kind of started the same.
Yeah.
You know, because we all are in the same age group. We all started on the internet and made a lot of content on the internet. That's kind of a really good way to get started and really get practice in, is doing your own stuff, like doing fan dubs and
like in a full circle. I was scrolling on my Facebook and I saw a Facebook ad for a Pinkie Pie plush in a Pomni outfit and I lost my mind. Okay, sorry Amanda, your turn.
You're all good.
Lord.
That's basically
You're
the end of
amazing.
mine.
I'm the only one with a different story. I come from stage and musical theater. I was okay, so I know where the theater kids are. I see you. So at the time I was teaching theater and working on stage. I was doing a show and I was playing a villain. And it was very silly. It was a kid's show, but we had a lot of fun with it. And so people came up to me after the show. They said, "We love the voices that you did in that show. Will you come do some voiceover for us?" And I said, "What's that?" And then I fell into it on accident, and I fell in love, and I never left. They couldn't get rid of me if they tried.
I'm so glad.
Stop!
I'm so glad.
You
It's
guys.
amazing.
But just like they said, it happened because I was performing, because I was putting myself out there and doing what meant something to me. So really what you need to do, put your voice out there, put your story out there, whatever that is. Don't worry about what you think is going to get you views or fans. Don't worry about what you think other people want. Tell the story you want to hear, because I promise you there are people waiting to hear that story.
Thank you so much.
And don't hold off. Don't hold off. Do what you're gonna do now. Get started. Do it for fun. Have fun. Because if you hold off and wait until you're ready, you'll never be ready.
Perfect. This is kind of a silly question, but I met my boyfriend through the Murder Drones fandom. I met him in the Glitchin, and you guys are invited to the wedding.
Oh, we're gonna crash that wedding.
But I just wanted to say, because you guys just need to hear how much of a community that is behind you guys, and I have like not only him but also my friends, and I just
Stop, you're gonna make me cry on stage.
I'm crying right now. So hold on, you guys.
Can I give you a hug?
I would love that actually.
I have 2 microphones.
Keep them. Don't give it back to them.
Don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams.
What happened while I was gone?
We traded mics.
Where would this one? Hi. Perfect.
Let me put myself on blast. Jax is one of my favorites, top favorites. So hello.
Hello, Jax.
And actually, my question is, one of the things I like about Jax is that he's mysterious. So your thoughts? What do you think will happen with Jax in the future?
What do I think will happen to Jax in the future?
Yeah, for all of you, what do you think will happen with him?
Glitch is watching us right now.
I can't answer
narrowing
that
their
because
eyes.
I will lose my job if I give you the true answer. I don't know. I'm gonna feign ignorant. I think he's gonna live happily ever after. He's gonna have the best life ever. He's gonna torment Ragatha forever.
Oh, forever?
Forever.
You want to stay with me forever?
I think he's gonna go in the deep fryer.
No, he's not.
And he can stay there.
He deserves it. I was in there for 5
You know what? It's
minutes.
for content. It's funny. Yes, throw me in the deep fryer. Do it. I'll survive.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Every torment he put everyone through, all at the same time.
Hi, my name is Callan. My question is, other than like what the voice directors tell you, how do you find the voice for your characters?
That's a good one. How do you find the voice of your characters? Is that something where the casting director hits you up and says, "I'm looking for exactly your voice," or "We're looking for something else"? How do you build that out?
So, I mean, how did they find our voices, or
How did you find?
How do we find
How
out
did you
your
create the
Yeah,
voice? For
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was what you were asking, just wanted to make sure. I basically just did my Spamton voice from my Deltarune fandubs, which I kind of did basically stereotypical, advertisement guy, announcer, kind of projects a lot, kind of wide-eyed and manic. But Kane, compared to Spamton, is a lot less like. Well, I mean, they're both deranged, but like Spamton's also desperate and very, very shady. Kane, I think, means a little better, and he genuinely wants to help people. But yeah, just projection, like confidence, charisma. It's even if it's an act sometimes.
I would say finding the voice for Pomni was a very collaborative effort with Goose. She knows her character so well, and she was able to articulate exactly what she wanted for Pomni. And quite frankly, I mean, I stutter and I struggle getting my words out like Pomni, so it came pretty naturally to me. Yeah, but no, I attribute it mostly to Goose and her vision.
It was so easy for me because I had a guide. Because I had a thing that said, sound like this character from Raggedy Ann and Andy, a musical adventure. So it just said, when Goose asked me about being Jax, she said, can you do an impression of Raggedy Andy from the movie Raggedy Ann and Andy, a musical adventure? And I said, I can try. And so that voice basically started off as an impression of that character from that cartoon movie. And, you know, it's evolved a little bit since then. I've made the character into my own with time. But from the very start, I had a little bit of help. I had a guide that I could kind of cross-reference and use to play off with Jax.
Being the theater nerd that I am, the voice is informed by performance, so it was all decided by the audition lines. I took a look at the audition lines and the character design, and as I was rehearsing them, this just kind of came out, particularly the line about, Cosmo, I hope, don't be upset at me, something like that. She's like, I really did think they were funny! And it just kind of escalated from that moment, and the voice kind of developed itself, but it's all through performance. And then Goose came in and took the messy ball of clay that it was and polished it up and made it something so much better than it was.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
It's Fiona.
Hi, my name's Alyssa, and I would just have a question for all of y'all. Will Gummigoo make an appearance in the next episode or any other future episodes?
Glitch is once again narrowing their eyes at us.
They're watching us.
Do you guys understand? They will drop down from the ceiling and retract us off of the stage.
I hope so. I miss him.
You'll have to wait and see.
Womp womp, he said the thing,
That's the thing.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Whoa.
Well, it's possible.
Thank you. Sorry, we have to be vague.
The answer is I have no
And then, sir, before you ask your question, just because we have limited time left, if we could restrict our questions to just one person, if that's okay, just so we can get through as many people in that lovely line as possible. So go, oh, and please don't ask about what's going to happen in the future. They will get extracted from the stage. Go ahead.
Are you here to challenge me to a duel?
It depends if you ask me again. My question is actually for Michael, and it's a silly question, but if you were to bump into Bugs Bunny, what would you say after he said his iconic phrase, and who will win in the fight against each other?
I didn't comprehend a word of what you said. Can you say it one more time?
I'm glad it wasn't just me.
If you bumped against Bugs Bunny, and he said his iconic phrase, what would you say to him afterwards, and who will win against each other?
So he said, if you bump into Bugs Bunny,
If Bugs Bunny said his iconic phrase to Jax.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc? I feel like Jax would be like, are you patronizing me? Are you Get out of here. Go back to Albuquerque.
Go back to bed, Grandpa.
Go back to bed, Grandpa. You're outdated. Your own studio doesn't want you anymore.
be careful. Too soon. We got so much
Ghost
money
of
for
Milk
you.
Blanc is
To be
gonna
honest,
get you.
I know.
you're losing them,
You're gonna be haunted by Milk Blanc the rest
Does
of your
anyone
life.
from
Jax is
Jax
a
there?
bad person.
I just suddenly had this idea in my head of duck amok, but Jax is the one being tormented.
fantastic. Thank you for your question.
You're despicable, Jax.
Thanks, I guess.
Why do I feel like a threat?
Hi, so this is going to be more of a technical question
direct it to Amanda, because I have to pick one person. What's it like with the voice acting process, and are you allowed to disclose what you record to the other cast members?
That's a good question. One more time for me, friend, and scoot real close.
Sure thing. So how's the voice acting process? Like, what do you have to do when you record your lines? And if the lines are just your own, do you disclose them to the other members, or do you wait for them to just be surprised when the whole...
So much vibration coming from over there.
So you mean like our scene partners? Like when we record, do they hear our performances?
No, I just mean like, when you're communicating with the cast, do they know what you record?
I think he's saying that if you're doing something,
Yeah.
tell Michael about it.
So that does depend on the project. There are some projects where you will hear what castmates have done. Sometimes in dubbing, you'll get lucky and do that. I'll talk about Circus specifically. So we do table reads in advance of the episodes. We didn't start that way, but thanks to you guys loving the show as much as you do, now we get together and do a table read ahead of time and kind of get an idea of how people are going to respond and react to each individual moment, and that kind of helps inform our performances. As far as the voice acting process in general, woo, that's a big question. It really all comes down to your character work, and everyone's process is different, right? Different ways of getting into character. I'm also a director, so I'll give you my short, quick spiel. I think the most important thing you can do for any actor is set the sandbox. You establish who the character is, what they want, and who they're talking to in a scene, and then you just let the actor play. And then you can kind of like shape it. Luckily, we have Goose, who's such an incredible director. She does such an amazing job guiding each of us into the right performance. 10 out of 10. Would absolutely work with 100 times. So it's all her. It's all her.
Great,
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dylan. First off, Michael, Reese Bridger says hi, and I just want to ask, as someone who is an indie creator myself, trying to get my own series off the ground and trying to figure out how to how to take the voice actors well and what and how they should do it. Is improvisation allowed in any of your roles?
What was the last part of that question again?
Is improvisation allowed in any of your roles, not just...
Can we improv? Of course. Like, there's always room for improv on a lot of these projects, especially when you're working independently with a bunch of creators. A lot of the time, they welcome improv. So they don't always use the improv, but when we record, we do multiple takes of each given line, and especially if we're doing like, a table read, for instance, we can kind of play around with each other a little bit. Unfortunately, though, that is a table read. It's not the final recording, so it probably will not end up in the final episode or anything. But you never know. It could end up being a case where something is so funny in the table read that you did that was improv that it's like, wow, let's actually try to do that for the final episode. You never know. But also, it's also good to just stick to the script just in case, because you never know. Sometimes they just want to keep it completely as written, and that's completely fair. But usually, improv is absolutely welcomed and appreciated.
Give them both.
Yeah,
Give them
both.
The straight read and then you improv.
The straight read and then the gay read.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
I give a couple of those.
You said straight. I had to.
Hi, my name's David, and I just wanted to say I love your guys' work, and I love the voices. All of you guys have like a special place in my heart. This question specifically for Amanda, because I just went to the Glitch store and bought a bunch of merch for everyone that was here, and I want to get their signatures. Will you also be signing as well?
You bet you won't. I will be here all weekend. I am sharing Lizzie's booth because Lizzie said, oh, get in the car, we're driving to Vegas.
Thank you.
That's a fun road trip.
It was.
Hello, sorry. Pleasure to meet you all. My name is Kevin. It's a pleasure to be here. And I just had a question. I see I can only pick one person. You see, who can I guilt trip the most? Let's see. Lizzie. As public, can I ask, do you have $20?
What's the question?
Do you have $20, Pomni?
Do I have $20?
Yes.
I don't even have
red slop, blue slop, polygons.
Your voice is incredible.
It is, yes.
You got a lovely timbre.
I want an advance in my allowance, by the way.
For $20 for me?
Congratulations, you have earned -$3 extra.
Let's go!
Yes! It's better than -5.
It's like, where's the split C pay at this point? Where is it?
Is this thing on? Hello. My name's Gannon. It's such an honor to meet you as a fellow Glitch fan and SMG4 fan. My question, I was going to be originally for all of you, but I have to ask the talented Lizzie over here. Out of all the episodes/adventures the characters have been on, what do you think is their personal favorite one so far?
Pomni's personal favorite adventure?
Yes.
Oh, I think she really liked the Spudsies adventure because I think it made everybody kind of feel like they were home for a moment. Is that weird?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell that Pomni reacted the least upset.
Yeah. So, yeah, Spudsies. I want to eat at Spudsies. It low-key, looks really good. I want the
Only
stupid
if I'm
sauce.
cooking the burgers.
No.
That's right. 16 patties high, guys.
No. Not again.
So much That's not an Hope we see more like that in the future.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello again.
Yes, hi. So we already know this, but my name is Jezebel, and I have a question for Michael.
Yes.
So with the release of the Gaslight District and you voiced Diligence, do you think you would be able to walk a day in his heels and succeed?
Wait, what is Diligence?
Do you think you would be able to walk a day in Diligence's heels from the Gaslight
No,
District?
absolutely not. No. I don't think I could walk in anything besides tennis shoes. Forget heels. No way. I'm not going to try it. My feet will die. I'm flat-footed. It'll be miserable. And also, I can't rock it quite like Diligence can.
It's Pomni. Oh, no,
Pomni?
Hello. Hi, my name is Sophia, and me and Lizzie knew each other really good. And I just want to say, Lizzie, when is episode 5 going to come out?
I don't know.
You'll have to wait and see.
You know, you just can't say.
Once again, the eyes of Glitch turned and settled upon us.
Then they're looking at me right now. I can't say anything.
There's eyes in all of these lights just watching.
Heart, Lizzie. You need to tell them.
No,
you need to tell
you
them.
tell them.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Pomni dies. Pomni dies.
Snape kills Dumbledore. Wait.
Too soon. Too soon.
Well, thank you, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mini Pomni. All right, it seems like those are is that our last question? That is our last question from everyone here. Thank you all so much for these fantastic questions. And again, thank you to all of our panelists. Please, one huge round of applause for them.
And big shout outs to our moderator, Adelie.
Fantastic work.
Clap louder.
You're all so sweet. Now, before I let you all go and we get into our next panel, which, listen, if you're a fan of the Amazing Digital Circus, you are not going to want to miss this next panel coming up. But before we get into that, really quick, anything that you'd like to plug, anything that you're doing here at Level Up Expo this week, or any projects in the future that you're excited that you just want to share?
I mean, we got our autograph tables downstairs. Stay tuned for potentially the D&D stream we mentioned. I just need to figure out when that's going to be.
Lizzie, you have
A play Dream Barbecue and a Dream Barbecue play. It's really good.
I guess fittingly, just the Gaslight District. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And check out the next panel. I'm not going to be on it, but you'll see some people from the Gaslight District.
You absolutely will. Come see us at our tables. We will all be there signing. If you're a fan of video games, completely different. I spent the last couple of years slaving over and working on something called Date Everything. Incredible game. We put our whole hearts and souls into it. Has some really amazing voice actors on it. It drops June 17th. Please play it. Wishlist.